Believing it's possible is the foundation of any success, especially when it comes to building wealth. Everything begins in the mind. Before any fortune was made, before any empire was built, there was a single thought: this can be done. The problem is, most people never let themselves believe that. They see wealth as something distant, something reserved for the lucky or the privileged. But the truth is, the only thing separating those who achieve financial success from those who don't is belief. Belief sets the tone for every decision, every action, and every risk you take. Without it, doubt creeps in, and doubt is the silent killer of ambition. When you believe something is possible, your mind starts working differently. You become more aware of opportunities around you, you start thinking creatively, and you find solutions where others see dead ends. It's like flipping a switch. When you believe in your ability to build wealth, you begin to see the path that leads there. Many people get stuck because their minds are filled with limiting beliefs passed down by society, family, or even personal experiences. They hear phrases like, money is hard to earn, rich people are greedy, or success is for the lucky few, and they internalize them. But what if you challenge those beliefs? What if, instead of thinking, I can't, you started asking, how can I? That one shift in mindset can change everything. When you believe that wealth is within your reach, your brain starts looking for ways to make it happen. You become more resilient because you know that setbacks are temporary. You become more resourceful because you trust that there is always a way forward. You become more confident because you know that your goal is not a matter of if, but when. Think about the most successful people in the world. None of them started with a guarantee of success. What they did have was an unshakable belief in themselves and their vision. Steve Jobs believed that computers could change the world long before anyone else did. Elon Musk believed that humans could live on Mars when it sounded like science fiction. Oprah Winfrey believed in her ability to connect with people despite countless rejections. Their belief was not based on their current circumstances, but on their vision of what could be. That's the key. Belief is not about where you are today. It's about where you know you can be tomorrow. When you hold that belief firmly, you start making decisions that align with it. You take that risk. You invest in that idea. You work those extra hours, not because you're sure of immediate success, but because you're certain that success is possible. There's power in visualization. When you truly believe in something, you begin to visualize it, and visualization shapes your reality. Athletes visualize winning before they even step onto the field. Entrepreneurs visualize successful businesses before the first sale is made. When you visualize yourself as wealthy, as successful, your mind aligns your actions to that vision. You start behaving like someone who is on the path to wealth. You become more disciplined with your finances, more intentional with your time, and more focused on your goals. Belief is contagious. When you believe in yourself, others start believing in you too. Investors, partners, clients, they are drawn to confidence and conviction. But none of that happens without belief. It's the first step, the spark, that ignites everything else. Some might argue that belief alone is not enough, and they're right. But belief is what fuels the actions that lead to wealth. Without it, action becomes inconsistent, and inconsistency is the enemy of progress. When you believe, you persist. You push through failures, you learn from mistakes, and you keep going when others quit. Every great achievement in history started with someone who simply believed it was possible. So before you learn about investments, business strategies, or financial management, start with your mind. Start by believing that getting rich is possible for you. Because once you believe, every door that seemed closed starts to open. Every challenge that seemed insurmountable becomes manageable. And every dream that felt too big becomes achievable. Focus is one of the most powerful tools when it comes to achieving wealth. In a world full of distractions, endless opportunities, and constant noise, the ability to concentrate on one thing and master it is rare, yet is the secret behind most successful people. When you spread yourself too thin, trying to chase multiple ventures, trends, or ideas at once, you dilute your efforts. It's like trying to chase two rabbits at the same time. You end up catching none. But when you channel all your energy, time, and resources into one pursuit, one business, or one skill, you accelerate your path to success. Focus brings clarity. It allows you to dive deep into your chosen field, understand its nuances, and become an expert. And in today's world, experts are rewarded, not generalists. The reason is simple. Mastery creates value, and value attracts wealth. When you focus, you eliminate the noise. You stop wasting time on things that don't matter. You stop jumping from one shiny object to another. Instead, you commit to one goal and give it everything you've got. That commitment is what sets you apart from the rest. Most people don't have the patience to stick with one thing long enough to see results. They give up too soon or get distracted by the next big thing. But those who focus, those who persist, are the ones who build true wealth. Steve Jobs once said that focus is not just about saying yes to what matters, but also about saying no to the 100 other good ideas that come your way. Saying no is hard, especially when there are so many opportunities out there. But every time you say no to something that doesn't align with your main goal, you are saying yes to your future success. Focus is about prioritization. It forces you to identify what really matters and pour your efforts into it. When you do that, progress becomes inevitable. Think about a magnifying glass. When you hold it under the sun and move it around, nothing happens. But when you hold it still and focus the sunlight on one spot, it can create fire. Your efforts are the same. Scattered efforts produce little results, but focused efforts can ignite massive success. Building wealth requires that kind of laser focus. It's about identifying one business, one investment strategy, or one skill and committing to it fully. The most successful entrepreneurs, investors, and professionals didn't get there by doing 10 things at once. They got there by focusing on one thing and becoming the best at it. Jeff Bezos focused on building the best online marketplace. Warren Buffett focused on mastering value investing. Serena Williams focused on becoming the best tennis player. Focus also builds momentum. When you work on one thing consistently, you start to see progress. That progress motivates you to keep going, and before you know it, you've built something significant. But when you keep switching directions, you're always starting over, never gaining enough momentum to succeed. Another key aspect of focus is that it forces you to eliminate distractions. In the pursuit of wealth, distractions are everywhere: social media, entertainment, side projects, and even well-meaning advice from others. But when you're focused, you develop the discipline to block out these distractions and stay on track. This discipline is what separates the successful from the average. Focus also allows you to learn faster and grow stronger. When you concentrate on one area, you gain deeper insights, solve problems more efficiently, and make better decisions. You start to see patterns, avoid common mistakes, and find innovative solutions. Over time, this deep understanding translates into value, and that value turns into wealth. It's easy to get tempted by the idea of diversifying too soon, especially when you see others trying different things. But true wealth comes from mastering one thing first and then expanding. Apple didn't start by building phones, tablets, and watches all at once. They focused on building one great computer, and once they mastered that, they expanded. Focus is the foundation, and without it, building sustainable wealth becomes almost impossible. Every successful person you admire has one thing in common. They focused on their craft, their business, or their investment strategy until they became exceptional at it. So while the world tries to pull you in 100 different directions, remember that your power lies in your focus. Choose one path, commit to it, and give it everything you have. Because when you focus, wealth isn't just possible, it's inevitable. Creating value is at the core of building wealth. Money doesn't just appear, it is exchanged for something valuable. Whether it's a product, service, skill, or idea, value is what people pay for. The simplest way to get rich is to create something that others see as valuable and are willing to exchange their hard-earned money for. This is the secret behind every successful entrepreneur, investor, and business person. They don't chase money directly. They focus on creating value, and money follows. When you shift your mindset from how can I make money to how can I create value for others, you unlock endless opportunities. Value is what solves a problem, fulfills a need, or improves someone's life. The bigger the problem you solve, the more valuable you become, and the more money you can earn. Look around at the wealthiest people in the world. They all created value in some form. Jeff Bezos created a platform that made shopping easier for millions of people. Elon Musk created solutions for sustainable energy and transportation. Oprah Winfrey created value through entertainment and connection. The moment you understand that wealth is a byproduct of value creation, everything changes. You stop focusing on quick money schemes and start focusing on building something meaningful. Creating value requires understanding what people need or want. This means listening, observing, and empathizing. When you truly understand the challenges people face, you can create solutions that they are willing to pay for. Value creation is not always about inventing something new. Often it's about improving what already exists or delivering it in a better way. Steve Jobs didn't invent the smartphone, but he made it better, simpler, and more user-friendly. That was the value he created, and the wealth followed. To create value, you need to ask yourself 3 key questions. What problem can I solve? How can I solve it better than others? And how can I reach the people who need my solution? Once you have the answers, you have the foundation for wealth. Creating value also requires consistency. You can't deliver value once and expect long-term success. You need to continuously improve, innovate, and deliver. This consistency builds trust, and trust leads to loyalty. When people trust that you will consistently provide value, they keep coming back, and that loyalty turns into sustained wealth. Another important aspect of creating value is passion. When you are passionate about what you do, it reflects in the value you provide. People can see it, feel it, and appreciate it. Passion drives you to go the extra mile, to put in the effort, and to keep pushing even when times are tough. Passion combined with value creation is an unstoppable force. One common mistake people make is focusing on what they want instead of what others need. True value creation is outward focused. It's about serving others, not serving yourself. The more people you serve, the more wealth you can create. This is why businesses that scale and reach millions of people generate massive wealth. They create value on a large scale. But even on a smaller scale, value creation can lead to wealth. A skilled freelancer who provides exceptional services can earn more than someone with an average skill set. A small business that delivers outstanding products can outshine larger competitors. It's not about size. It's about the quality and impact of the value you provide. Technology has made value creation more accessible than ever. You can reach global audiences from your living room, learn new skills online, and build businesses with minimal resources. The tools are available, but the mindset is what matters most. Creating value also means being adaptable. The world changes fast, and what is valuable today might not be valuable tomorrow. The most successful people are those who stay ahead of trends, adapt to changes, and continue to find new ways to provide value. They don't get comfortable, they keep evolving. Another key element of value creation is excellence. Mediocrity doesn't attract wealth. When you aim for excellence in whatever you do, you stand out. Excellence requires attention to detail, continuous learning, and a commitment to being the best. When you deliver excellence, people notice, and they are willing to pay a premium for it. Value creation is also about relationships. Building genuine relationships with your customers, clients, or audience creates trust, and trust is valuable. People do business with those they trust, and they pay more for services from those they trust. Integrity, reliability, and authenticity add value to your offerings. The journey to wealth is simple when you focus on value. The more value you create, the more wealth you attract. It's a cycle. Value leads to trust, trust leads to loyalty, and loyalty leads to sustained wealth. If you want to get rich, stop chasing money and start chasing value. Find ways to serve, solve, and improve. Make value your priority, and wealth will follow naturally. Patience is often overlooked in the pursuit of wealth, but it is one of the most essential elements for success. In a world where instant gratification is the norm, patience is a rare quality, yet it is the foundation upon which lasting wealth is built. Most people want quick results. They want to get rich overnight. But the truth is, wealth is a slow process. It takes time to build something valuable, and those who understand this are the ones who ultimately succeed. The journey to wealth is not a sprint. It is a marathon. It requires endurance, resilience, and the ability to stay the course, even when results are not immediate. Patience allows you to stay focused on your long-term goals without being discouraged by short-term setbacks. Every successful person you admire exercised patience. They didn't achieve their success overnight. They worked tirelessly, often for years, before seeing significant results. Patience gives you the strength to keep going when things get tough. It helps you weather the storms of failure, rejection, and doubt. Without patience, it is easy to give up at the first sign of difficulty. But with patience, you understand that setbacks are just part of the journey and that every failure brings you one step closer to success. Patience also allows you to make better decisions. When you are impatient, you tend to rush into decisions without considering the long-term consequences. You chase quick money schemes, make impulsive investments, and end up losing more than you gain. But when you are patient, you take the time to research, plan, and make informed decisions. You understand that building wealth is a process that requires careful thought and strategic action. Patience is what separates those who build sustainable wealth from those who achieve temporary success. It allows you to stay committed to your vision, even when the results are not immediate. Many people give up too soon because they don't see instant results. They start a business, and when they don't make a profit in the first few months, they abandon it. They invest in a skill, and when they don't see immediate returns, they stop learning. But those who exercise patience keep going, knowing that success is not an overnight achievement, but the result of consistent effort over time. Patience also builds character. It teaches you discipline, resilience, and humility. It forces you to confront your weaknesses and work on them. It helps you develop the mental strength needed to overcome challenges and stay focused on your goals. Building wealth is not just about external success. It is also about internal growth. Patience helps you grow into the person who is capable of handling success. Without patience, even if you achieve success, it is often short-lived because you lack the foundation to sustain it. Patience also allows you to enjoy the journey. When you are constantly focused on the end goal, you miss out on the valuable lessons and experiences along the way. But when you are patient, you learn to appreciate the process. You find joy in the small wins, the lessons learned from failures, and the growth that comes from overcoming challenges. This mindset not only makes the journey more fulfilling, but also increases your chances of long-term success. Patience is also crucial when it comes to financial decisions. Building wealth often involves making sacrifices in the present for greater rewards in the future. It means saving and investing instead of spending on immediate pleasures. It means working hard today for a better tomorrow. Patience helps you stay disciplined with your finances, resist the temptation of instant gratification, and focus on long-term financial growth. One of the biggest reasons people fail to build wealth is because they lack patience. They want quick results, and when they don't get them, they give up. But those who succeed understand that wealth is a result of consistent effort over time. They're willing to put in the work, wait for the results, and stay committed to their vision. Patience also helps you build strong relationships, which are crucial for success. Whether it is with clients, customers, or business partners, relationships take time to build. Patience allows you to nurture these relationships, build trust, and create lasting connections that contribute to your success. In a world that celebrates speed, patience is a superpower. It gives you the ability to stay calm, focused, and committed in the face of challenges. It helps you build a solid foundation for wealth that can withstand the test of time. Those who understand the power of patience know that true wealth is not built overnight, but through years of hard work, perseverance, and unwavering commitment. Patience is not just a virtue, it is a strategy. It is the key to building wealth that lasts. When you embrace patience, you give yourself the time and space needed to grow, learn, and succeed. Wealth is not a destination, but a journey, and patience is what keeps you on the path even when the journey gets tough. Failure is often seen as something to be avoided, feared, or even dreaded. Yet in the journey toward wealth, failure is one of the most valuable tools for growth and progress. If you look closely at the most successful people, you'll notice that they didn't get to where they are because they never failed. They got there because they understood that failure is part of the process and that each failure brings them closer to success. The fear of failure is what holds most people back from taking the necessary risks to build wealth. People stay in their comfort zones, afraid to try new things, afraid to step into the unknown. But in doing so, they miss out on opportunities for growth, innovation, and wealth. Failure is not the enemy, it is a teacher. Every time you fail, you learn something. You learn what doesn't work, what needs improvement, and what adjustments you need to make in order to succeed. It's through failure that you build resilience. You learn how to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward. Without failure, there is no growth. Every successful entrepreneur, investor, and business leader has experienced failure. Steve Jobs was fired from Apple, the company he founded. Walt Disney was told he lacked creativity and vision. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb, yet they didn't let those failures define them. They learned from them and used those lessons to drive them toward greater success. When you understand that failure is simply a stepping stone on the path to success, it changes your perspective. Instead of seeing failure as something to be avoided, you begin to embrace it as part of the journey. Failure teaches you humility, patience, and perseverance. It forces you to become better. And those who embrace failure with the right mindset are the ones who eventually reach the top. Another critical aspect of failure is that it often reveals the flaws in your approach. When things aren't working, you're forced to analyze the situation, identify mistakes, and make necessary changes. This process of reflection and adjustment helps you refine your strategy. If you never fail, you never get the chance to refine your approach and make improvements. You remain stagnant, doing the same thing over and over without gaining any new insights. But when you fail, you're forced to reevaluate and find better ways to move forward. Failure also builds character. It teaches you to become emotionally strong, to detach your self-worth from your results, and to keep going even when the odds are against you. Building wealth isn't just about strategies, knowledge, or resources. It's about having the mental and emotional strength to continue pursuing your goals despite challenges. Failure is a powerful tool for developing that strength. Failure also helps you become more innovative. When one approach doesn't work, you start thinking creatively, finding new solutions, and trying things that others might consider risky. Those risks often lead to the greatest rewards. The key is to keep experimenting and trying new things. The more you fail and learn, the better you get at navigating the inevitable challenges of wealth building. One of the reasons people fear failure is because they're afraid of judgment, criticism, or rejection. But in reality, failure doesn't define you. It is simply a moment in time, a temporary setback. The key is how you respond to it. Do you let failure paralyze you, or do you use it as fuel to try again with greater determination? Those who succeed don't let failure stop them. They use it as a lesson to grow and adapt. In fact, many successful people have a high tolerance for failure. They understand that failure isn't the end. It's merely part of the journey. The more you fail, the more you learn, and the better prepared you are for future challenges. Success is not about avoiding failure. It's about learning to fail forward. Failing forward means taking the lessons from each failure, applying them to the next attempt, and improving with every step. It's about reframing failure not as a sign of defeat, but as an opportunity for growth. Failure also teaches you the importance of persistence. It shows you that success is not a straight line. It's filled with detours, obstacles, and setbacks, but those who keep going despite failures are the ones who eventually succeed. When you fail, you learn to adjust your plans, adapt your strategies, and push forward with a renewed sense of purpose. You become more determined to reach your goal because you know that failure is just a temporary obstacle. The most successful people in the world have failed more times than they can count, but their ability to keep going, to persist despite failures, is what led them to success. Failure is an integral part of the process of getting rich. Without it, you cannot grow, adapt, or innovate. Instead of fearing failure, embrace it. Use it as a tool for learning, growth, and improvement. The more you fail, the closer you get to success. Keep pushing forward and don't let failure hold you back. It is not the end of the road, but simply a part of the journey toward wealth and achievement. Taking action is the decisive factor in the pursuit of wealth. Without action, ideas, plans, and dreams remain just that, ideas, plans, and dreams. No amount of thinking, strategizing, or visualizing will bring wealth into your life if you don't take the first step. Success doesn't happen by waiting for the perfect moment or for everything to align perfectly. The moment you act is the moment you move closer to your goal. It's easy to get caught in the cycle of planning, researching, or waiting for the right time. People often overthink and hesitate because they want everything to be perfect before taking action. But perfection never comes. There will always be obstacles, risks, and uncertainties. The key to success is not waiting for the ideal conditions, but taking action despite the uncertainty. Every successful person had to take the leap at some point. They didn't wait until they knew everything or until the stars aligned. They moved forward, and in doing so, they learned, adapted, and grew. They understood that the first step, no matter how imperfect, is far more valuable than waiting. When you take action, you gain momentum. Progress creates more progress. The first step is the hardest, but once you start, the journey becomes easier. Action builds confidence. With each step, you prove to yourself that you can handle challenges, solve problems, and make decisions. This confidence empowers you to take more action, which propels you closer to your goal. Inaction, on the other hand, breeds doubt, fear, and stagnation. It holds you in place and keeps you from moving forward. The longer you wait, the more opportunities pass by. Action is what separates the dreamers from the achievers. There's a famous quote by Tony Robbins that says, "The path to success is to take massive, determined action." This is the truth. You cannot expect to achieve anything significant without putting in the work. Taking action also means making mistakes and learning from them. You can't learn everything through books, courses, or advice from others. Some lessons can only be learned through experience. When you act, you make mistakes, but those mistakes are opportunities for growth. Every failure or setback teaches you something valuable that helps you make better decisions in the future. The act of doing is what turns knowledge into wisdom. People who never take action never experience those lessons. They stay stuck in the theoretical stage, wondering why they haven't made progress. But those who take action learn quickly, adjust their approach, and keep moving forward. Another important aspect of taking action is that it forces you to confront your fears. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. These are all natural fears that come with pursuing wealth. But when you take action, you face these fears head on. You realize that the fear is not as powerful as the potential rewards that come with taking risks. Every time you take a step forward, despite your fear, you build mental and emotional strength. This courage compounds over time and becomes one of your greatest assets. Action also creates opportunities. When you begin to take steps toward your goals, the world starts to open up. You meet new people, find new resources, and come across unexpected opportunities. Sitting on the sidelines waiting for the right moment doesn't create opportunities. It keeps you hidden from the world. But when you take action, you become visible. You put yourself in the position to attract new possibilities. It's through action that you begin to see results. You might not see immediate wealth, but you will see progress. And progress is what keeps you going. Each small victory, every step forward reinforces the habit of taking action and moves you closer to your goal. Over time, this progress compounds, and small actions become significant achievements. Taking action also teaches you to embrace discomfort. Building wealth requires stepping out of your comfort zone. It involves doing things you've never done before, facing challenges, and putting yourself in situations that stretch your abilities. But it's in this discomfort that you grow. Action forces you to confront the unknown and turn it into an opportunity for development. If you wait for everything to be easy and comfortable, you'll never achieve anything great. Success lies in the ability to step up, even when it feels difficult or scary. The key to getting rich is not having a perfect plan. It's about executing your plan consistently. Every step you take puts you one step closer to your goal. Every effort you make compounds and leads to greater results. It doesn't matter if you don't know exactly how everything will turn out, as long as you keep taking action. Wealth is built by those who keep moving forward no matter what. When you act, you start to see the possibilities that come with each decision, each move, and each choice. Wealth is not just about having the right knowledge, the right connections, or the right resources. It's about using what you have and doing something with it. People who take action make progress. People who hesitate remain stuck. The richest people in the world didn't wait for the perfect opportunity. They created it by acting. They put their ideas into motion, took risks, made mistakes, and kept going. It is through action that you realize your true potential and the potential of your ideas. So the next time you find yourself hesitating, remember that action is the key. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait until everything is aligned. Just start. The moment you take action is the moment you start moving toward wealth. It's that simple.